Sports Live is brought to you by ABC Nitrogen Services, Anahuac Florist, Anahuac National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, The Beginning Mexican Grill, Community Christian Fellowship Church, Chambers County Abstract Company, Coastal Field Services, The Crawfish Hideaway, Four Corner Tires and Oil, Your Propane, Jerry's Oysters, Porter's Wild Game Processing and Alligator Farm, Title Services Incorporated, Swanky Insurance Agency, and Wilcox Drugstore in Anahuac. Week 9 of the Texas high school football regular season is here, and it couldn't get any bigger as far as the playoffs go and what this game means as far as implications for District 10-3A and the seeding. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, Trent Hart, Alex Outram, Kyla Hardin, Shane Rakestraw for Anahuac Sports Live here at Hornet Stadium in Hardin, Texas, where the Anahuac Panthers come into town and invade to play the Hardin Hornets. And Alex, like I said, it doesn't get any bigger as far as implications go for District 10-3A.
No, you nailed it right on the head. Welcome everybody into the Channel Marker 17 pregame show. As you know, Anahuac wins tonight, they're guaranteed a playoff spot.
Yes.
Hardin wins tonight, then they're one game away from getting into the playoffs. So for these two teams, you know, it's more than just pride or anything like that. This is a very important ball game as it stands for the UIL playoffs.
Yeah, it cannot be understated. In the district, you have the number one offense taking on the number one defense, which includes all games. So far in 2024, the Hardin Hornets are 5-2, 1-2 in district play. Week 1 at Warren, they won 27-6. Then they had Corrigan Camden come in 26-6 win over them. A Deweyville team that's actually doing very good in 2A. Won over them in a close game, 13-7. They traveled over to Tarkington, won over there 27-14, had a very good preseason. And then the very first game out of the gate for district, they went over to Orangefield. And from what we heard, really got smacked around in the first quarter and couldn't recover as they dropped that first district game 0-59. Then went over to had East Chambers come over and gave them all that they could handle. Hardin was actually leading that football game at the half, but ended up losing it with a chance to win in the fourth quarter, 22-28. They went down to Buna and won that football game 26-0.
Well, not to mention in that East Chambers game, right before the half, there was a pick six for East Chambers, which really, ultimately was the winner for East Chambers.
Yeah, it really was.
Looking at the final. So this is a very game Hardin Hornets team. This is not the Hardin Hornets that we've seen the last few years. And what you'll hear from head coach Greg Nce in the coach's interview here coming up shortly is, there is a level of concern for this team that has not been there in years past.
And there should be. When you talk about the number one defense, I mean, that's, defense wins championships. And, Anahuac hasn't been a slouch on the defensive side either. We'll get there here in a little bit. But Coach Chad Taylor, in his second year, he's got 9 offensive starters returning. That was before the season got going. They've had a little trouble, I think with a couple of injuries here and there, just like every other team does, but 9 starters on the offense, 8 on the defense. In 2023, they were 3-7, 0-6 in districts, so they're already on the path of getting better, as Coach Taylor believes that the Hornets will be more improved in year 2 with 17 starters total and a full off season with his double wing offensive season. We mentioned it last week when Anahuac was playing Buna and their slot T / wing T offense, and how good it was to face that type of offense before coming into this football game. They're most definitely, but the Hornets are most definitely improved this year. And what I think drew eyes of most people around the area was the way they were able to give East Chambers that very close football game in week 6. And, already said it, they had a chance to win the game in the 4th, but came up short. This is not a team that you overlook. And I think I said that in the post game last week. You don't want to go to sleep on them, because if you do, they'll take advantage of you and control the football game.
Yeah. And, one of the things, I was happy that we'd had Buna last week and Hardin this week, because Hardin does this better than Buna. Buna in their first year, changing offenses with a new head coach, the Hornets do it much better. And so for the Panthers to get a warm-up and see that last week was very important. And also knowing that, there was struggles on both sides of the football last week.
Yeah.
As Buna was able to drive deep, the defense was able to, we've said a lot, bend but not break. Special teams chipped in with Blaine Josephson returning the blocked field goal by Zeke Frere. And, so I think that's going to give them an advantage in this week's ballgame.
It certainly could. And, the Hornets have, they have a trio of running backs that they go to. The junior running back, number 10, Trevor Jones, leads it with 98 carries, 605 yards, 7 touchdowns. He's averaging 6 yards per carry. They also have a senior, number 23, Xander Woods. We talked about him last year. I can remember saying his name quite a bit. 83 carries, 530 yards, 4 touchdowns. He's averaging almost 6.5 yards per carry. And also junior running back, Javion Watley. He's number 5. He has 28 carries for 202 yards and 3 touchdowns. They are led also by their junior quarterback, number 14, Hunter Whitehead. He has 12 of 27, 239 yards and 3 interceptions. But the focus for this team isn't so much the pass, it's the run, and that's what they're focused on. So, but it's also the defense. Offensively, so far this year, they are totaling 1,688 yards, 1,437 yards on the ground, 251 of that through the air. They're averaging 241 yards per game. And as mentioned earlier, this Hardin second year running this double T, and they have certainly really settled into this season, to it this season as far as Coach Taylor is concerned. Even though the Hornets are a run-first team, they are not afraid to pass the football, especially on third down when they need 5 or 6 yards at a time.
No, and, they've actually used that to their advantage this year, in particular downs where you think that they would run, have, some trickeration and use the pass to their advantage. And the Panthers are going to have to be very aware of those situations this evening.
But like I said, through 7 games, the number 1 defense in District 10 3A, they've allowed 1,338 total yards, 1,027 of that of rushing. But here's the key. 311 yards of it passing. They are definitely pretty good against the pass. But watching film, and I said this, I think I've said this for the 3rd week in a row, because Anahuac is so concentrated on going through the air. I don't think Hardin has faced an air attack like they're probably going to see tonight. We'll see what Brady Barrier looks like on that banged up ankle. However, they're averaging 311 yards passing. I mentioned that. 6 turnovers, 191 yards they are allowing per game. They run kind of out of the 3-4, but they kind of switch it up depending on what team they're facing. So it'll be interesting to see what they throw out there tonight. Defensively, the Hornets, they lean heavily on their linebacker core, and it's a very good group. Expect them they watch the film just like everybody else has. Expect them to blitz often and try to disrupt the Panthers and their pass attack.
Yeah, and the offensive line is going to have to step up once more to make sure that they're giving Brady a clean pocket back there. And this is something that's going to go on through the rest of the season when you're dealing with ankles and such like that. It takes time to heal, and unfortunately, right in the middle of district play and of the football season, there is no time. So keeping him upright, keeping him clean is going to be of the most importance this evening.
And it definitely will. With that, we'll come back here after a short break with the interview from head coach of the Anahuac Panthers, Greg Nce. Right after this, don't go anywhere. You're watching Anahuac Sports Live. Mouth-watering burgers, fresh local seafood, and so much more. Make Channel Marker 17 the destination to satisfy any appetite. At the mouth of Double Bayou on beautiful Trinity Bay, take in the great views dining outside by the water while enjoying a great meal with the family. Takeout and dine-in is available. Call 409-252-4370 and find out why Channel Marker 17 is the treasure of Oak Island.
Alex Outram back on the Channel Marker 17 pregame show, joined by the head coach of the Anahuac Panthers, head coach Greg Nce. And Coach, getting later into the district season, each game becomes that much more important. Took care of business at home last week and really looked good on both sides of the ball, even with limited possessions due to the game clock management.
Right, yep, and we're going to see the same type of offense tonight, so it's going to be a real similar game. Against that top offense last week and this week, I mean, your possessions are limited because they're going to keep the ball and don't throw it very often, and the clock just keeps churning, and even if you stop them, they might have made a couple first downs, and they've melted 5 minutes off the clock, so you got to get the most of your opportunities with football.
What did you see on the film on the offensive side of the ball last week that you came away impressed with?
Well, I thought our running game, maybe our offensive line, and kind of busted some runs for DeLeo and stuff like that, because we kind of got a little scary when Brady went down, and we had some backup quarterbacks in there. We moved the ball a little bit, but never did punch it in the end zone. So we had to establish a run game, and we're able to do that. So we just found a way, and Brady was able to come back in and lead us down for a couple drives, and made the most of an opportunity when they turned the ball over, had a short field, we punched it in the end zone. So being opportunistic right there was good for us.
Defense, special teams had some great plays last week, especially stopping them on fourth down field goal when they had the ball for about 11 minutes at the time.
Right.
Blocked field goal for the touchdown. Defense and special teams really chip it in last week.
Right. That kind of gave me a little, not to say I was relaxed, but I was able to breathe again, because I was looking at it going, shoot, we're about to lose 3-0. I was thinking of real bad thoughts then, and they kicked it low, and Zeke Frere blocked it, and then Blaine Josephson showed us some speed. We didn't think he was very fast, but I talked to his dad earlier this week, and I said, man, he had some speed. He goes, I know. We kept thinking he was going to get caught, but he was actually running away from people. So he's got sneaky speed. We might need to get him on the track team in the spring when he's playing baseball.
It was a good thing to kind of see the Cougars last week and their offense heading into this week against the Hornets, where Hardin has really come along this year after years of getting better and better.
Yeah, absolutely. They are a different football team. It's a different program. With Chad Taylor, he just does a great job, and they really had a chance to beat us last year, and maybe could have with some breaks. So I think it was a one-possession game, but they're very formidable, and they're going to be tough. They run the same offense as Buna, no disrespect to Buna, but they are a lot better than Buna. They had East Chambers beat. They threw a pick six right before halftime that East Chambers was able to capitalize on and score, but it went down to the wire. It was a one-score game, so they're very good, and I'm very concerned tonight.
What do you see on the defensive side of the ball for the Hornets?
Well, I see number 10 and number 12. They're good. 10's outside linebacker. He also plays some running back, and number 12's the inside linebacker. And those are their two cats. They got some other good players too, but those guys are very physical, and they force the issue. And it doesn't matter if you're a passing team or a running team; those two are very active. And man, they're some fantastic football players. Number 10 is one of the best defensive players in the district. I think we have the best one actually, Tyler Kelly, but. Trevor Jones is his name, number 10. That guy is a player. He's an outstanding football player.
Coach, keys to victory tonight?
Well, we got to make the most of our possessions. We're getting the ball first. We already flipped the coin before we had our conversation, and they deferred, so we're getting the football. So, man, it'd be great to get off to a good start. And easier said than done with this type of offenses. If you can ever get a 2-possession lead, you kind of put them in a position where they start doing some things they don't want to do, like spread it out and throw it. But to get in that position, that's hard to do, especially against a really good football team. So I think it's going to be a war. It's going to be back and forth, and turnovers are going to be key. And if we can stop them from scoring, they might melt some time off, but we're going to have to, get our stops and get the ball turned over to us. And I don't know, it's going to be a heck of a game. I'm very concerned, about this game and the outcome of it. Not in I'm scared way, but I just know it's going to be a football game. It's not the old Hardin Hornets of old. They're a fantastic team. So if we win, we're in the playoffs. If they win, they are one win away from the playoffs. So that's what's on the line.
Well, Coach, important ball game tonight. Best of luck in tonight's contest.
All right, thank you, Alex.
All right, head coach Greg Nce of the Anahuac Panthers, as we're back with more of the Channel Marker 17 pregame show after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Mouth-watering burgers, fresh local seafood, and so much more. Make Channel Marker 17 the destination to satisfy any appetite. At the mouth of Double Bayou on beautiful Trinity Bay, take in the great views dining outside by the water while enjoying a great meal with the family. Takeout and dine-in is available. Call 409-252-4370 and find out why Channel Marker 17 is the treasure of Oak Island.
Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Kyla Hart, Shane Rakestraw, your primetime crew back here from Hornet Stadium on the campus of Hardin High School, where tonight Anahuac Sports Live proudly brings you Anahuac Panther football. And, we heard it there from head coach Greg Nce. This Hornet football team is not the Hardin Hornets that we've become accustomed to. They are doing things well, and they're doing things the right way. And we're seeing that growth this year.
Well, he talked about sleepy speed as far as Bladen Josephson is concerned. This is a sleepy team. They can come out and they can bite you if you're not careful. As we mentioned earlier, 23-7 versus Hardin all time, dating back only to 1990. I thought they've been playing a little bit longer than that. But Anahuac has won 15 of the last 16 meetings against the Hornets so far this season. Anahuac is 6-2, 3-1 in district. I won't go through every single week, but last week, the win over Buna, 21-0. The defense really, stepping up, as you mentioned, with Coach Nce earlier. But last week versus Buna, the offense seemed a little bit sluggish at times, but that had to do a lot with Buna controlling the game as far as possession is concerned. And it seemed like that, it was at a crawl, but Buna was able to eat that clock. The game actually finished earlier than usual, despite the overall slow feel of the game. It actually moved really, really quick because of that. However, the Panthers were able to muster 285 yards of total offense, 195 of that through the air, a touchdown through the air as well. Also 90 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. And then, of course, that third touchdown coming from Bladen Josephson off of the Zeke Frere block, and was able to scoop and score on that. That's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to reach out the window, and I'm going to have to graciously tap Kevin on the shoulder about his horn. I know that probably over the air that y'all can't hear it, but we definitely can. But we're on the visitor side tonight, up in the visitors press box, so we're among the people.
Everything's going to be backwards for us tonight.
Definitely so. It's going to be hard to see some of the down markers and some of that stuff. But as mentioned, that scoop and score was that third touchdown, which ended up making it 21-0. Anahuac will really need to tighten things up this week, especially up front. You talked about it earlier. The offensive line has to keep Hardin out of the backfield. Barrier's ankle is still healing, and it's still a little tender, so they must keep him from having to scramble and minimize him from getting hit.
No, absolutely. And one of the key things for offenses is to get into a rhythm. And when you play these defensive teams, or rather offensive systems that are made to eat clock, it's very hard to get into a rhythm. But for any team to pull out the victory, you're never going to complain about a victory. So while it wasn't the cleanest last week and the time of possession was heavily favored to Buna, the Panthers getting out of there with a victory was what was important.
Yeah, so far in 2024, the offense has, looked really, really good at times. 3,320 total yards, 2,323 of that through the air, almost 1,000 yards rushing. They're averaging 417 yards per game and 35 points per game. And that all starts with the junior quarterback, Brady Berrier, 152 of 227, 2,313 yards passing, 21 touchdowns. The 11 interceptions kind of stands out there a little bit. We've talked about that at length, as far as, him having to try and make things happen when he's flushed out of that pocket, but he's got 110.99 passer rating, and his favorite target is Logan Trotter. The senior has 34 receptions, 659 yards, 6 touchdowns. He's averaging 19.38 yards per reception. And then there's also Talon Cunningham, who has 39 receptions, 596 yards, 4 touchdowns, 15.28 yards per reception. And then let's not forget about the tight end, senior Quandre Coates, 39 receptions to him as well, 453 yards, 7 touchdowns, 11.62 yards per reception. All four, and actually, don't let me forget about the Magic Man, Oscar Garza, 26 receptions, 408 yards, 4 touchdowns, 15.69 yards per reception. All of these receivers, and of course, the tight end for the Anahuac Panthers in the very tops as far as receiving goes. And as far as rushing, it's been all Thomas Delao. The senior running back has 102 carries, 559 yards, 7 touchdowns. He's averaging almost 5.5 yards per carry, but he's also got 9 receptions for 91 yards.
And we'll go ahead and take you down to the field for the national anthem. The Hardin Hornet Band performing the national anthem tonight, and that will conclude tonight's Channel Marker 17 pregame show as we get set for action here from Hornet Stadium. The Hardin Hornets taking on the Anahuac Panthers. Panthers tonight in their road uniforms. They're in their black pants, white jerseys, black numerals with gold outline, black helmets, and the gold AP logo. As for the Hornets, they are in their white pants, blue, royal blue uniforms, white numerals, white helmets with their yellow jacket. Hornet with their Hornet logo on the side of their helmets as the team captains for each team go to midfield. Brady Berrier, Quandre Coates, Thomas DeLao, and Tyler Kelly, the captains tonight for the Panthers.
Yeah, let's talk about the defense really quickly before the coin toss. We talked about how well they did shutting out Buna last week and holding them to only 91 yards of total offense, which was surprising considering how long Buna had the ball throughout the game. The Panther defense is actually number 2 in total team defense this year. They have allowed a total of 2,006 yards, 250 per game, 1,087 of that coming on the ground allowed, and 919 through the air. That's all led by senior Tyler Kelly. 120 tackles for Kelly, 20 for a loss, 7 quarterback hits, and 3 sacks.
The Panthers lost the toss, but are going to receive the football to open up the ball game as the Hornets defer to the second half.
Also among the defensive leaders, Justin Netterville, we said his name a lot. He was all over the field last week. 54 tackles, 5 of them for a loss, 6 quarterback hits. Caden Campbell has 52, 3 for a loss, 4 quarterback hits and a sack. And then there's Jesse Wilcox with 36 tackles, 5 quarterback hits. And, this defense tonight is definitely going to have to step up. And just as much as it's important to win it in the trenches on the offense, it's going to be just as important to win it on defense as well. And they're going to have to shut down this Hornet run game and shut it down early.
Oh, absolutely. So the Hornets are getting things teed up at their own 40-yard line, handling the kicking duties tonight for the Hornets. Is Justin Avila, the sophomore kicker. As we are set to kick things off. Good showing on both sides of the stands for both teams.
Humble on top early, 3-0 in the first quarter, and Hitchcock strikes first, 6-0.
Tascasita's on 3-0.
Excuse me.
As a Humble alum.
Yeah. That's why you're here, is to correct me, especially when it comes to a Tascasita.
Hip kick right down the middle will be taken and covered at the 27-yard line. I'm going to mark it at the 30. So first down and 10 for the Panthers, as they will be moving left to right as you look to your screens.
Going to want to establish things early as the Anahuac offense.
Barrier out of the gun. Looks right. Tight end screen is going to be caught in the backfield as Coates is going to be dropped for about a yard loss.
Hardin able to sniff that one out pretty well here on our side of the sideline.
So Barrier out of the gun, sends a man in motion. That's Cunningham. Handoff, De La O, left side, looking for Daylight. Is going to have a pretty good pickup there, as he's going to pick up 4, make it 5 on the carry, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 6.
Goals.
So 3rd down here right off the bat for the Panthers. Barrier out of the gun, 3 wide. Handoff, Delo trying to get the corner and is going to be met at the edge. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. In fact, they're going to give him a yard, but he's still going to be short of the 1st down.
Yeah, unfortunately, nowhere to go to stretch that out over there on the far side down there, as De La O was swallowed up quickly. And the Panthers will have no choice but to punt it away.
And listening to head coach Nce in the pregame show, he was talking about 10 and 12 on defense for the Hornets, and obviously Trevor Jones, who we talked about on the offensive side of the football, very good on the defensive side, along with Landon Pontoon. Melo gets the punt off. Spiraling punt's going to be taken at the 30 around the right side, trying to find somewhere to go. It's going to pick up a few yards, but he's going to be dropped at the 36, and that is where the Hornets will set up shop for their first possession of the ballgame.
Brought down by Jason Nelson over there on the coverage.
Boy, just huge games all over Texas this evening. Mid-County Madness going on also.
The biggest week in high school football that I've seen in a very long time. There are a couple of district games going on tonight, but I thought it'd be better to put the big ones on the bottom of the screen tonight.
That's a fun scoreboard down there. Whitehead under center is going to pitch it back to the first man through. He's going to get back.
Quandre Coates coming in with the smackdown in the backfield.
Loss of 1 on the play brings up 2nd down and 11.
Looks like Quandre's got a little extra pep in his step tonight.
So 2nd down and 11 from the 35. Under center's Whitehead. Pitch back is going to go once more, fighting his way forward, keeping the legs churning. Is going to fight forward to the 34. That's going to be a pickup of 4 for Woods, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 6.
Panthers really stacking the box against this Hardin offense. You can already notice the difference. And as you notice, we don't have the clock cam tonight, but we'll try our best to keep up with that and announce it as often as we can here for you tonight.
Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, you're very welcome on the Coastal Field Services scoreboard.
So 3rd down here for the Hornets. Line to achieve is the 46. Sets back, looking
Wide
downfield,
open.
rolling, has a man. Sliding catch is going to be caught at the 38-yard line of the Panthers.
I mean, he was open the whole time. The Panther defense just was not expecting them to pass. And as I mentioned in the pregame, they're not scared to throw it, especially on 3rd down when they need 5 or 6, and we saw it right there.
Pick up a 27 on the pitch and catch. And that was Jones. First down of the ball game for the Hornets. Pitch back, bobbled, but Captain fighting his way forward across the 35 down to the 34. They're going to mark it at the 35. That was Jones.
Pick up a 3 maybe. We're going to be questioning it all night.
Yeah.
Looking at it. Yeah, it looks like about 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
5th play of the drive, 7:50 and counting here in the first quarter. Whitehead getting the call from head coach Chad Taylor on the sideline. Will be under center. 3 backs behind. Sends one in motion, fakes the pitch, inside handoff is going to be met at the line of scrimmage and dropped as fighting his way forward and shedding blockers for the Panthers. That was Hal Pham.
Tyler Kelly also in on it. They'll give him the line of scrimmage, 3rd down and 7.
Converted their only 3rd down of the ball game so far.
Last 3rd down, they hit that pass on a wide open receiver. They've got to expect it here again.
Hornets to the line of scrimmage. 4 seconds on the game clock. 2 seconds. Gets the snap, going to take it himself, has room, and is going to take it the distance.
I mean, no one there to meet him here as they stretched it out.
From 35 yards out.
It's the direct snap, and taking it himself was Trevor Jones. As they were looking for the inside and nobody there to meet him for the Panthers. And that'll be the touchdown for the Hornets as they strike first.
Avila on to tack on the point after for the Hornets. Snap back, kick up, and is good. So with 6:27 remaining in the first quarter, it's the Hornets who have struck first. They now lead at 7-0 back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Building a new home? Does your driveway need a long overdue facelift? Or are you just looking to finally get that lot cleared to build something great? Look no further. Trust the locally owned and operated professionals at Title Services Incorporated. No need to hire multiple contractors. Title Services does all phases of residential and commercial land clearing, house pads, ponds, dirt and rock delivery, and demolition. Call for a free estimate today at 409-267-1057 or visit them on Facebook at Title Services, Inc.
From custom processing, professional guided hunts, high tanning, and gator merchandise, Porter's Processing and Alligator Farm offers a personal experience like no other. Locally owned and operated in Anahuac, Texas since 1987, Porter's has been Southeast Texas' choice for any hunting adventure need. Now offering full-service processing of gator, deer, beef, hogs, and other wild game, make Porter's Processing this hunting season's one-stop shop. Go to portersprocessing.com or call 409-267-8413.
Alex out from Trent Hart, your primetime crew back here from Hornet Stadium, where Avila gets into it. Onside kick is going to be recovered by the Panthers. It's actually knocked away and recovered by the Hornets.
There's a flag.
But there is a flag down, and it's going to go against the Hornets.
Definitely is.
They're going to have a false start against the Hornets.
So there's another flag down there on the far sideline as well.
So that's going to negate the onside kick.
I don't know
the
if it was
onside kick recovery.
I don't think it was necessarily an intentional onside kick. It looked like it kind of just went off the side of his foot.
Well, head coach Greg Nce was talking about how he felt they might do something like that. So I think that that probably was part of the game plan. Either way, it worked out just the way the Hornets wanted it to. It was a good onside kick. Only one person that stayed up for the Panthers. The rest had drifted back.
Man, Nederland up 10-0 here in this. They're already in the second quarter there in Mid-County Madness.
Wow. So now the Hornets will kick off from their own 35. Pooch kick is going to be waved for a fair catch at the 40, and that is where the Panthers will have their second possession of the ball game. 6 plays, the Hornets drove 64 yards, ate up 3:42 off the clock. It was a 35-yard Trevor Jones rush. The point after was good, making your score 7-0 Hardin, with 6:26 remaining here in the first quarter on your Coastal Field Services scoreboard.
I want to thank Anahuac Florist for sponsoring tonight's first quarter. Anahuac Florist at 409-267-3875. You can also go and visit them at AnahuacFlorist.com.
So Brady Barrier brings the offense back onto the field. 3 wide, 2 to the far side, 1 to the near. The Panthers from the far hash. Looking downfield, throwing, has Coates across midfield. It's going to be taken down to the 45. That's going to be a pickup of 15. Move the chains, first down.
It's a slant over the middle to Coates and able to bring it down. The pass was a little bit high, but able to get some extra yards after the catch. We're not going to be able to see the replay, so we'll go back down to the field as the Panthers hurry back.
First down of the ball game for the Panthers. Barrier, handoff, Delo, straight up Broadway, fighting his way forward, dragging a defender behind him. As it looks like he's going to pick up 10 more at least. Make it 11. Move the chains again.
An excellent job up front, blocking and opening that hole for DeLeo to bust through. And another first down for the Panther offense.
Quickly to the line of scrimmage from the Hornet 34. Barrier out of the gun. Looks left, throws left. Coates across the 30, makes a move, stays on his feet.
Loses the football, but it goes out of bounds.
So we'll see where they mark it.
So goal. Solo that. Right, your touchdown.
It's going to be exactly 10. First down, Panthers. 3 plays, 3 first downs on this drive. Still working from the far hash. Delo moves to the left side of Barrier. Looking for the blitz, throws it up, has Trotter in the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. Logan Trotter from Brady Barrier for 6.
As we mentioned, we are down here on our visiting side of the bleachers, so didn't quite get it, but let's see on the replay. as he just went up for that fade pass, and Trotter able to haul it in. What a great play, and the Panthers are able to get on the board.
Swinging gate formation comes back to the normal point after. There does not appear to be a kicker on the field.
Holder, actually.
Oh, no holder.
And a timeout has to be called. I don't think they were, Brady is normally the holder, right?
A bit of miscommunication there. I'm sure the less plays that he has to be out there, the better.
Oh, absolutely.
So we'll keep it here. Port Neches has struck back as they've scored a touchdown in Mid-County Madness.
Yeah, had to wake up, I guess, the Indians did.
Atascocita still leading North Shore 3-0. And if there's a year where Atascocita can pounce on North Shore, it might be this year.
Well, and I said I picked them to actually win the district this year over North Shore. The score last week against, Kingwood Park. Was it Kingwood? I can't remember, but it was a close game. Humble Atascocita only winning by 1. That kind of made me change my mind. I told him that you'd be mad at me for that.
The point after is through and true. So with 5:34 remaining here in the first quarter, the Panthers strike quickly and tie it up as it's all sevens here from Hornet Stadium. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Since 1948, Wilcox Drug Store has been the Anahuac area's most experienced and trusted pharmacy. Continuing its long-lasting reputation for personal attention to all your medical needs, Wilcox Drug Store offers counsel, refills, transfers, compounding, flu shots, and delivery. Visit pharmacist Dave Wilcox and his experienced staff today at 1208 Miller Street in Anahuac or call 409-267-6141. Wilcox Drug Store, delivering solutions, delivering confidence. Swanky Insurance in Anahuac, Texas is dedicated to community and service. That includes saving you money. With access to over 30 carriers, Swanky Insurance will give the personal attention that you deserve and tailor any policy specifically to your needs. From home, auto, flood, and windstorm, they are the one-stop insurance agency. Call agent and owner Todd Swanky to get your no-obligation cost-saving quote today at 409-267-3115, or you can visit them at swankyinsurance.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the Anahuac Panthers able to tie it 7-7 on your Coastal Field Services scoreboard. Want to shout out to the Anahuac Lady Panthers volleyball team getting a very huge win on the road against a very good Hardin Lady Hornets volleyball team. That actually puts them in a tie with the Hardin Lady Hornets for co-district champions, but one more game to, hit hard by Tyler Kelly on the onside kick attempt. However, Hornets will have excellent field position in Anahuac territory to start this next drive. But Alex, as I mentioned, co-district champions, if Anahuac can pull off the win next week against Orangefield Bobcats, and it'll be the first time that the Lady Panthers have won a district title since 1966.
Well,
but one more game to go.
No, and they've really done so well this year. Congratulations to that team. And congratulations to Coach Hart as she continues to do a great job with that program. Hornets back out here with 5:34 remaining in the first quarter. From midfield, handoff is going to go straight up the middle, and breaking loose, Quandre Coates is able to get him from behind, but not before it's going to be a pickup of 13. And a first down for Whitehead.
It was a good push up front by the Hornets offensive line, and just able to pop out of there, out of the, just the traffic, and get those extra yards and move the chains.
So Whitehead calling his own number there, picking up 13 and moving the chains. First down and 10 from the Panther 37-yard line. Recap that last drive for the Panthers. Took 52 seconds off the clock, 4 plays, drove 60 yards. It was barrier to Trotter from 24 yards out with the point after good. Pitch back, Jones fighting his way forward to the 35.
First to get to him, number 19, Hal Pham, to bring him down for a short gain.
It's going to be a pickup of 2, bring up second down and 8. And Pham coming back this week after missing the last few weeks. added defensive presence there for the Panthers.
And we say it too often. I mean, especially with a slot T or a wing T type offense, it can really wear down a defense, even though we're first in the first quarter. We'll see how it goes in the later part.
Fakes the pitch, looking right, has a man, and it's going to be incomplete. As in on the coverage for the Panthers.
Jason Nelson.
Nelson breaking it up at the last second.
As I said, this team is not afraid to pass the football. You got to be on your toes and be ready for things like that. Nelson able to, kind of get his head turned around and make a play on that football. Lucky that the referees actually let him play on that.
3rd down and 8 for the Hornets. 1 of 2 on 3rd down this evening. Whitehead under center.
Oh, got it jumped off sides, and that will go against the Panthers.
It's not going to give them the first, but it's going to make it more manageable into 3rd down and 3. So the hard count gets the Panthers to jump.
They're definitely in 4-down territory.
Moves the ball to the 30, and the line to achieve is the 27 of the Panthers. Clock stopped with 4 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. From the near hash, Hornets moving right to left. Handoff. Inside track play, gets through, and is going to take it to the house. From 30 yards out, Xander Woods.
Again, opening up a huge hole up front with the Hardin Hornets offensive line. As you said, a trap play. Yeah, big hole over there on that right side.
Snap back, the kick is up, and the kick is
no
good on the extra point. So with 3:54 remaining in the first quarter, Hardin strikes back as they now lead it 13-7. Back after this on Anahuac Sports.
Want to know Anahuac's best kept secret? The Crawfish Hideaway is just that. From fresh Cajun boiled crawfish, shrimp, snow crab, and even homemade gumbo. While you're there, be sure to try their famous fried gator bites or Boudin egg rolls. Starting in December, come get your bug on at 400 Miller Street in Anahuac, 409-267-6060, or you can find them online at crawfishhideaway.com. The Crawfish Hideaway, proud supporters of Anahuac ISD and Panther Athletics. Coastal Field Services, Southeast Texas' go-to company for right-of-way mowing, land clearing, site preparation, industrial commercial herbicide application, and industrial commercial site ground maintenance. No matter what your property maintenance or clearing needs are, you can rely on the professionals at Coastal Field Services. For more information, call 832-900-9800, or you can visit them at coastalfieldservicesllc.com.
Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Tyler Hart, Shane Rakestraw back here from Hornet Stadium. Quickly, the onside kick is going to get across the 50.
It's recovered by the Hornets.
The Hornets
definitely
don't know if they can. There's a flag down. They never came set. They broke the huddle with the kicker leading the charge.
Let's see if I can catch that tail end there. And I did not. As of right now, the Hornets have recovered.
And they're going to have a legal procedure against the Hornets again on the onside kick, so they'll have to re-kick it. 4 plays, 50 yards, a minute 40 off the clock. It was a 30-yard Xander Woods rush. The point after was no good, making the score 13-7 Hardin with 3:54 remaining here in the first quarter on your Coastal Field Services scoreboard.
As we've seen it, the Hornets, and as you said, that they would give those a shot. And both times the Anahuac Panthers getting lucky with the illegal procedure.
Yes.
Those tricky Hornets. So Avila has it teed up once more. None of the other special teamers can pass Avila until the ball is in the air. End over end kick is taken at the 30 across the 35. Move there, 40, 45, and will fall forward to the 46-yard line, as that is where the Panthers will have possession of the football here for their third drive of the game, and they're actually going to mark it at the 47. So good field position for the Panthers.
Trying to see who returned that for the Panthers.
So four plays on the last drive and 4 first downs. Panthers would like to mimic that once more. Trips to the near side. Handoff. De La O makes the first man miss, but is going to get trapped in the backfield as he's going to lose 1. Second down and 11.
I don't know if he lost one or they gave him the line of scrimmage. They may have gave him, or they lost one. I know. Being on this side of the field. So he did lose one.
Second down and 11 from the Panther 46. Sends a man in motion. Barrier looks left, stays left, throws left. It's going to be in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Cunningham. And quickly, that's going to bring up third down and long. First incompletion of the ball game for Barrier. 4 of 5 so far for 48 yards and a touchdown. Clock stopped with 3:03 remaining in the first quarter.
There's good coverage over there on Cunningham as he went in motion on that last play. And Barrier was looking at him the entire time and just well covered.
Third down. Blitz coming. Picked up, and Barrier breaks it but cannot go any farther as he's going to get dropped at the 39. And that's going to be a loss of 8 on the play.
So a big defensive play here in the first quarter for the Hornets to bring him down for the sacks, and the Panthers will have to punt it away for the second time.
It's going to be 4th down.
Delo back deep to handle the punting duties for the Panthers.
Number 5, Coach, steps into the game.
Snap back. Sky high punt is going to be spiraling down, and it's going to take a Hornet bounce and then a Panther bounce as it's going to come to rest at the 24, right in between the 24 and the 23.
But defensively, the Panthers are going to have to come up with something here to stop this wing T offense of the Hornets with 2:04 remaining here in the first quarter.
Austin, Brad.
2:04 to go in the first. Your hometown Hardin Hornets are up 13-7.
So the Hornets first down and 10 from their own 24.
He's hanging off the edge.
Lead at 13-7 on your Coastal Field Services scoreboard. Backs in motion is going to get the ball and is going to be met at the line of scrimmage. And that is going to be it for Jones as no gain brings up second down and 10.
Much better job of plugging up the holes there for the Panthers that time.
Clock rolling, under 90 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Whitehead under center is going to keep it himself, fighting his way forward. It's going to push the pile up about 3 yards. Should be about 3rd down and 7.
Actually gave him more than that.
Did they? All right, I was off by 1.
It even looked like they maybe gave him 5, but they actually gave him 4.
So 3rd down and 6. 2 of 3 on 3rd down this evening.
And again, got to be watching for the pass play here.
Whitehead under center. Sends it back in motion. He gets it and is going to have room. Fighting his way forward, is going to have enough for the 1st down. Needed 6, got 12. Xander Woods on the carry. Fifth 1st down of the ball game for the Hornets. First down and 10 from the Hornet 39. And that is going to be the last play of the first quarter, as we have hit zeros on the scoreboard. At the end of the first, Hardin leads Anahuac 13-7. We'll be back with more after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Jerry's Oysters is a 3-generation family-owned and operated business located on Galveston Bay since 1970. Offering fresh, hand-shucked, and in-shell oysters year-round, Jerry's Oysters are available at your local H-E-B, or you can make a visit to their location in Smith Point, Texas. Locally sourced, high-quality, wild-caught, where our world is your oyster. For more information, call 409-355-2243 or go to jerrysoysters.com. Gore Propane, family owned and operated by Jimmy and Renee Gore, has been servicing chambers in surrounding counties since 1998. Gore Propane is the go-to company for all your propane needs, offering competitive pricing on tank sales, lease, residential, and commercial propane sales and bottling. They also offer automatic route and will call propane delivery for your convenience. Senior and veterans discounts available. Call Gore Propane today at 409-389-2245.
So the teams will flip the field. The Hornets will be moving left to right here as we begin the second quarter. Whitehead under center. I'm sorry, out of the gun, and it's going to get past him, and Panthers are going to come up with a big defensive stop there, as it's going to be a big loss.
10.
Loss of 10 for Trevor Jones.
Yeah, definitely a big break there for the defense, as the mishandling of that snap. Is it going to be a direct snap, and he just wasn't expecting it, or it came a little bit earlier than he thought?
Well, they were lined up before they had set the ball to even begin the second quarter, so 5 seconds down on the game clock. Whitehead under center. Looking to throw, has a man wide open, 45, midfield, 40, 30, needs a block, 20, down the sideline. Quandre Coates with the hustle play, getting him out of bounds, but not before it's a huge gain.
And it was two, and not expecting that pass at all were the Panthers defense, as you can see on the play here. He had plenty of choices. And as number 8, Landon Layton on the reception, and Quandre Coates able to come up with it and get him out of bounds there at the end.
63 yards. And as that one went to Landon Layton. Keeper here as Whitehead pushes the pile forward for about 2. Second down and goal. 10.5 minutes remaining before halftime. From the 7. Pitch back, straight up the gut and into the end zone. Touchdown from 7 yards out. Javian Watley hits Pater. Avila will, well, they might go for 2 to make it a 14-point lead after the missed extra point. Yep, looks like they're keeping the offense on the field. They're going to go for 2. Whitehead under center. Is going to draw the special teams offsides. And we'll move the ball a yard closer for the 2-point conversion.
Looks like it's going to be offsides, and that defense going to be half the distance to the goal line.
What is the defense, Smith?
Whitehead under center. Pitch back and is going to be stood up before the goal line. 2-point conversion will fail. And with 10:09 remaining before halftime, the Hornets strike again. Your new score, Hardin 19, Anahuac 7. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Mouth-watering burgers, fresh local seafood, and so much more. Make Channel Marker 17 the destination to satisfy any appetite. At the mouth of Double Bayou on beautiful Trinity Bay, taking the great views, dining outside by the water while enjoying a great meal with the family. Takeout and dine-in is available. Call 409-252-4370 and find out why Channel Marker 17 is the treasure of Oak Island.
Hornets get into it, end-over-end kick taken from the 15 across the 20, 25, 30, and it's going to be grabbed by the shoelaces and taken down.
Caden Stevens able to grab him by the shoes.
Dowdy with a really good return to the 34. 7 plays, the Hornets drove 76 yards, ate up 2:55 off the clock. I'm sorry, 3:55 off the clock. There goes my humble math. 7-yard rush from Javian Watley. The 2-point conversion was no good. Your score at 19-7, Hardin on your Coastal Field Services scoreboard. First down and 10 for the Panthers from their own 34. Barrier rolling, trying to find somewhere to go, gets it away. We'll get it away, incomplete, second down and 10.
Very well covered in the secondary by the Hardin defense. Just nowhere to go with the football for Barrier.
We got the whole days out of Bobcats down 6-25 against the
Clock stops with 9:59 remaining in the half.
East Chambers is over Kirbyville, 7-0.
Out of the gun is Barrier, trips to the near side, under pressure, trying to find somewhere to go, and is going to get dropped at the 25-yard line.
Trevor Jones. Good sportsmanship shown by that young man.
Loss of 9. Third down and 19 for the Panthers.
That's going to bring up third down and 19.
0 for 2 on the evening for the Panthers on third down. Panthers are going to go 4 wide with De La O offset to Barrier's right. Panthers now moving right to left in the second. Sets back, trying to set the screen up, does. De La O has it, has one man to beat, gets by him 30, 35, and it's going to get upended on a nice defensive play by the Hornets. Is going to get a lot of that yardage back, but is not going to get enough after the pickup of 12.
It looks like the offense is going to stay on the field here for a 4th and 7. 4 wide.
Barrier out of the gun from the far hash. Switches De La O to the other side. And it looks like they may be trying to draw him off sides. Timeout, Panthers will take it with them. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Hello, my name is Mark Poggles, and I'm the pastor at Community Christian Fellowship Church in Oak Island, Texas. I would like to personally invite you to join us for Bible study during the week and our church services on Sunday morning. We have a nursery for the little ones, and our church family will greet you with a smile on their face and a loving heart. Come and celebrate with us as we study God's Word and give Him all the praise and thanks He deserves. Hope to see you there. Take care and God bless. Go Panthers!
Want to shout out to the Anahuac Volunteer Fire Department, who's going to have their annual fish fry on November 2nd, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's $10 a plate. For more information or to get your tickets, call 409-267-6620 to get your plate for the Anahuac Volunteer Fire Department fish fry.
And the Panthers are going to go for it. Sends Trotter in motion. Barrier out of the gun, looks right, throws right, has a man. It's Trotter. We'll see if he gets there, but I think he's a yard short.
Incomplete.
They're going to say it's incomplete. And that will be a turnover on downs.
So the Hornets will have excellent field position, and the Anahuac Panther defense is going to have to do something here so that the Anahuac Panthers offense can get another shot before they go into halftime, because the Hardin Hornets will be receiving the football in the second half.
So the Hornets defense shuts down the Panthers offense, and now, as you said, great field position from the Panther 38-yard line.
Had some earlier, and it's great. First and 10 for the Hornets, 8:23 to go in the second, up 19-7.
Whitehead under center. Back in motion is going to get the football. Being patient, finding his blocks, letting it open up, and picking up extra yardage is going to get down to the 36-yard line. That's, I don't know. That's a pickup of 6. Down to the 32. Second down and 4. Second down and 4 from the Panthers' 32. 7:45 and counting here before halftime.
No.
Pitch back left side and is going to get submarine there. Going to pick up a yard and should bring up third down and 3. Trevor Jones on the carry. And this has become the biggest defensive play of the ball game here so far for the Panthers. 3 of 4 on third down for the Hornets.
And Hornets again in 4-down territory. Not in a hurry as the clock continues to tick away.
Quarterback keeper is met at the line of scrimmage. Is going to bring up. It looks like he picked up 2, and that is going to be 4th down. 4th and 1.
Would expect another keeper to push the pile forward as they've been getting a good push from their front offensive line all night long.
4th down from the Panther 29-yard line. Going to have to plug the middle, but also watch out for the pass. Whitehead under center. 3 backs. Gives it to the last man through, and it's going to depend on the spot.
I think he got it.
He's got it marked at the 29. The line judge has it marked at the 29. I don't think they got it.
It's so hard to tell from
I think
over
it's
here.
Panther football.
So a huge defensive play
football
for the Anahuac Panthers to get the ball back with 6:04 remaining here in the first half of play. So the first time that the Panthers have been able to make a stand against this Hornet offense all night long, and that might be the little spark that they needed to get things moving here.
Panthers getting the ball back at their own 29-yard line with 6 minutes remaining here before half. Barrier out of the gun, 4 wide, handoff. Dalo coming around the left side, has room, 35, 40, and is going to have 11 and enough for the first down. Move the chains, 5th first down of the ball game for the Panthers.
It was an excellent play call to open up the hole for Delo here on the near side, and good blocking up front to get that extra bit there at the end for the first down.
First down and 10 from the 41 of the Panthers. Ball spotted just off the near hash. Trips to the near side. Garza has it this time. Right side is going to pick up 1. Brings up second down and 9. We'll tick under 5 minutes remaining here before the half. Second down and 9. Low snap, handoff. Dalo straight up the gut is going to get met after a pickup of a couple. And that'll bring it third down and 7. 0 for 3 on third down this evening for the Panthers.
We need a third down right here, Greg Nce.
Garza in motion to the far side. Barrier offset to his right by Dalo. Sets back, has Coates, hits him across midfield, enough for the first down. Move the chains. Pick up a 9.
Moving the football, 4:14 as the clock stops on the Coastal Field Services scoreboard.
Into Hornet territory. First down and 10 at the 47.
Chain gang got a little confused.
Barrier looks right, throws right, looking for Trotter, has a man. Is that Trotter or Garza?
It is Trotter. As they hurry to the line, we'll see if we can't get the Jerry's Oysters replay in. It was just a perfectly passed ball by Barrier to Trotter.
33. Out of the gun, handoff, De La, left side, end zone, touchdown Panthers.
And if they ever needed a touchdown, that one was it with 4:03 remaining here in the first half. I wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers tried on-siding here, knowing that the Hornets get the ball back in the second half.
De La from 4 yards out hits pay dirt. Swinging gate formation. As Tuck Plate will look to tack on the point after. Snap back, kick up, and the kick is no good. So with 4:03 remaining here before the half, the Panthers inch closer as they put up a touchdown. Your score, Hardin 19, Anahuac 13. Back after this on Anahuac Sports.
Building a new home? Does your driveway need a long overdue facelift? Or are you just looking to finally get that lot cleared to build something great? Look no further. Trust the locally owned and operated professionals at Title Services Incorporated. No need to hire multiple contractors. Title Services does all phases of residential and commercial land clearing, house pads, ponds, dirt and rock delivery, and demolition. Call for a free estimate today at 409-267-1057 or visit them on Facebook at Title Services, Inc. From custom processing, professional guided hunts, high tanning, and gator merchandise, Porter's Processing and Alligator Farm offers a personal experience like no other. Locally owned and operated in Anahuac, Texas since 1987, Porter's has been Southeast Texas' choice for any hunting adventure need. Now offering full-service processing of gator, deer, beef, hogs, and other wild game, make Porter's Processing this hunting season's one-stop shop. Go to portersprocessing.com or call 409-267-8013.
5 plays, 71 yards, 8 up 201 off the clock as De La hits pay dirt from 4 yards out. The point after was no good, making your score at 19-13 Hardin with 4:03 remaining in the half on your Coastal Field Services scoreboard. Plate has it teed up at the 40. Panthers looking to get into it. Left-handed kicker, end over end. Kick falls to the 15, across the 20, 25, trying to make his way forward, and he is going to get railroaded at the 25.
Justin Netterville on the big hit for the Panthers.
And there's going to be a timeout on the field.
As we go back to the Jerry's Oysters replay, Netterville coming in and right at the second, hammers down, and hopefully the player's okay as we take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this.
Since 1948, Wilcox Drugstore has been the Anahuac area's most experienced and trusted pharmacy. Continuing its long-lasting reputation for personal attention to all your medical needs, Wilcox Drugstore offers counsel, refills, transfers, compounding, flu shots, and delivery. Visit pharmacist Dave Wilcox and his experienced staff today at 1208 Miller Street in Anahuac or call 409-267-6141. Wilcox Drugstore, delivering solutions, delivering confidence. Swanky Insurance in Anahuac, Texas is dedicated to community and service. That includes saving you money. With access to over 30 carriers, Swanky Insurance will give the personal attention that you deserve and tailor any policy specifically to your needs. From home, auto, flood, and windstorm, they are the one-stop insurance agency. Call agent and owner Todd Swanky to get your no-obligation cost-saving quote today at 409-267-3115, or you can visit them at swankyinsurance.com.
3:53 remaining here in the first half from Hornet Stadium, as the Anahuac Panther defense will try and make another quick stop to get the Panthers the football back.
From the Hornet 25. Handoff straight up Broadway, pushing his way forward, is going to get past the 35 to the 36.
It's a good hard run there.
Yeah, that's going to be a pickup of 11. Move the chains, first down.
That's a count comes through. That's going to be good enough for first down.
Second carry for Watley for 18 yards. Yet another important drive for the Panther defense as the Hornets get the ball to begin the second half of play. Pitch back, Jones looking for daylight, has some room. Jones has been very patient as a runner.
He'll pick up 7 on that one, I believe. Maybe 6.
It's got to go to your 5 technique, left 5 technique.
Second down here. Pitch back, Jones, and it's going to move the chains and more. He's going to pick up 7.
Yeah, he's down to the 5 technique. Good lead line for 63.
9 carries, 45 yards for Trevor Jones.
Yeah. I got behind you, Jones. That's it to the 5 set. Now, wait a minute. You got 1 in. Who can take it out?
Hornets now at the Panther 49-yard line.
Where's it?
Pitch back. Gonna pick up 4. Second down and 6. Clock rolling with 2:10 and counting before half. Hornets in Panther territory at the 45. Whitehead under center. Pitch back. And is going to be met and dropped in the backfield.
Bladen Josephson in that, along with a few other white jerseys of the Anahuac Panthers, has a good defensive play there. Bring up 3rd down and 6. So a huge 3rd down here with 1:20 remaining. Hardin definitely not in a hurry to run this next play.
Hornets 3 of 5 on 3rd down this evening. Should be under 60 seconds remaining after this play here in the first half.
No, Fred, We're
going to have a timeout. We're going to have a timeout on the field with 57 seconds remaining in the half. We'll take a quick one back after this.
Want to know Anahuac's best kept secret? The Crawfish Hideaway is just that. From fresh Cajun boiled crawfish, shrimp, snow crab, and even homemade gumbo. While you're there, be sure to try their famous fried gator bites or boudin egg rolls. Starting in December, come get your bug on at 400 Miller Street in Anahuac, 409-267-6060, or you can find them online at crawfishhideaway.com. The Crawfish Hideaway, proud supporters of Anahuac ISD and Panther Athletics. Since 1948, Wilcox Drugstore has been the Anahuac area's most experienced and trusted pharmacy. Continuing its long-lasting reputation for personal attention to all your medical needs, Wilcox Drugstore offers counsel, refills, transfers, compounding, flu shots, and delivery. Visit pharmacist Dave Wilcox and his experienced staff today at 1208 Miller Street in Anahuac or call 409-267-6141. Wilcox Drugstore, delivering solutions, delivering confidence.
She had a stomach thing. Welcome back here from Hornet Stadium on the campus of Hardin High School. Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Kyla Hart, and Shane Rakestraw bringing you the action tonight. Big 3rd down coming up
They don't. It's all over here.
If they do make the stop here, expect the Panthers to take their final timeout to stop the clock.
It's the ball.
From the Panther 45. Back in motion, gets it 40, and is going to fight his way forward to 35. That is going to be enough for the first down and more on the pickup of 10.
So stop the clock to move the chains. Starts up again, 45 seconds remaining.
Seventh play of the drive coming. 40 seconds and counting before the half. First down and 10 from the Panther 39.
Flag on the play.
Wide open and is going to be into the end zone. Touchdown from 35 yards out. Leighton.
Looks like it was a free play offsides on the Panthers. Yep, and it will go against Panthers. It probably would be declined, and the Hardin Hornets will put 6 more on the board, making it 25-13 with 23 seconds remaining in the first half.
They went for 2 on their last touchdown. We'll see what they're looking to do here. They've only hit 1 extra point. If they go for 2 here, looking to make it a 14-point lead, they're going to take one of their timeouts. We'll keep it here. I'm going to get a refresh on the scoreboard to see where we're at around the area.
(20-23) with that North Shore Atascocita football game. Port Arthur Memorial edging out Lufkin.
That's a solid game too.
Mid-County Madness.
That one's kind of surprising me.
10-7, and they started the third quarter shootout over there at Little Cypress Mauriceville, where the LCM's leading at 7-3. West Orange Stark is all over Silsbee currently in the second quarter, 28-0, and another shootout down there close to Galveston County, 14-13 Columbus.
So the Hornets come on to try the 2-point conversion with 23 seconds remaining in the half. Pitch back, is going to throw it and is going to be complete in the end zone as Watley throws it to Jones, and the 2-point conversion is good. So 23 seconds remaining before the half. Hardin extends their lead. They now lead at 27-13 back after this.
Swanky Insurance in Anahuac, Texas is dedicated to community and service. That includes saving you money. With access to over 30 carriers, Swanky Insurance will give the personal attention that you deserve and tailor any policy specifically to your needs. From home, auto, flood, and windstorm, they are the one-stop insurance agency. Call agent and owner Todd Swanky to get your no-obligation cost-saving quote today at 409-267-3115, or you can visit them at swankyinsurance.com. Coastal Field Services, Southeast Texas' go-to company for right-of-way mowing, land clearing, site preparation, industrial commercial herbicide application, and industrial commercial site ground maintenance. No matter what your property maintenance or clearing needs are, you can rely on the professionals at Coastal Field Services. For more information, call 832-900-9800, or you can visit them at coastalfieldservicesllc.com.
Back here from Hornet Stadium, where before the half the Panthers are about to get the ball back, try to answer back the touchdown. End over end kick is going to be taken at the 20 and slips down there, is where the Panthers will have the football here for their next possession before half with 21 seconds remaining. One timeout for the Panthers.
21 seconds, one timeout remaining here. And we were talking about it during the break. If the Panthers were just going to try and get a good chunk yardage, call a timeout, and then go for it.
Trip wide receivers to the near side. And in the game's Garza going to run it around the right side. 40 is going to get taken out of bounds there.
Timeout being called with 15 seconds now after the big gain by Garza.
Pick up a 22.
Now a timeout finally being called, 10 seconds remaining.
Panthers stopping the clock with 10 seconds. That is their last timeout, so going to have to try to work the sidelines now. Good first play there with Garza picking up a good chunk yardage.
Yeah, just that draw play, and that Hardin was fully expecting the all-out Hail Mary pass on that.
Roll. Off. Back.
Ninth first down of the first half for the Panthers.
So Cunningham to the near side, Trotter to the far.
Barriers out of the gun. He's offset to his right by Delo. Still 14 seconds on the play clock. Blitz coming. Barrier trying to find somewhere to go. Extends the play and is going to throw it out of bounds. Incomplete with 2 seconds remaining.
It was a good block by Delo to pick that up, and just nowhere to go with the football for Barrier, and he had to be flushed out of the pocket over there on the right side. And luckily just to throw it away. So one more chance to try and put up a Hail Mary type of play here before they go into the locker room for the Anahuac Panthers.
It's going to hand it off. Delo around the left side. 45 gets across midfield. 45 and gets taken out of bounds there after the pickup of 18 for Delo. And that will do it for the first half of play as the teams will go to their corresponding locker rooms to talk it over. At the half, it's Hardin 27, Anahuac 13. We'll be back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Anahuac Sports Live is brought to you by ABC Nitrogen Services, Anahuac Florist, Anahuac National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, The Beginning Mexican Grill, Community Christian Fellowship Church, Chambers County Abstract Company, Coastal Field Services, The Crawfish Hideaway, Four Corner Tires and Oil, Your Propane, Jerry's Oysters, Porter's Wild Game Processing and Alligator Farm, Title Services Incorporated, Swanky Insurance Agency, and Wilcox Drugstore in Anahuac. Anahuac Sports Live is brought to you by ABC Nitrogen Services, Anahuac Florist, Anahuac National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, The Beginning Mexican Grill, Community Christian Fellowship Church, Chambers County Abstract Company, Coastal Field Services, The Crawfish Hideaway, Four Corner Tires and Oil, Your Propane, Jerry's Oysters, Porter's Wild Game Processing and Alligator Farm, Title Services Incorporated, Swanky Insurance Agency, and Wilcox Drugstore in Anahuac.
Soloists for the bands are Francesco Chavez, Zach Dela Cruz, Ariani Gonzalez, Talon Kohler,
Oh, I didn't try.
Landon Sheridan, Pedro Sanchez, Grayson DeQuint, and Anahi
Think about
Hernandez.
Austin that I care for, and I'm not going to root for that school. They are outside of Austin.
I tried, but I couldn't.
Well, I lived in Georgia, so I'm fine rooting for it.
Well, he don't need him if he doesn't look for the ball.
No, it's not that. He has looked for it plenty of times. He has been behind them a few times too. He got a good one out here. Clearly me.
Be nice about your child. He's out there to learn.
New Marcher of the Week, Diana.
Want to know Anahuac's best kept secret? The Crawfish Hideaway is just that. From fresh Cajun boiled crawfish, shrimp, snow crab, and even homemade gumbo. While you're there, be sure to try their famous fried gator bites or boudin egg rolls. Starting in December, come get your bug on at 400 Miller Street in Anahuac, 409-267-6060, or you can find them online at crawfishhideaway.com. The Crawfish Hideaway, proud supporters of Anahuac ISD and Panther Athletics. Anahuac Sports Live is brought to you by ABC Nitrogen Services, Anahuac Florist, Anahuac National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, The Beginning Mexican Grill, Community Christian Fellowship Church, Chambers County Abstract Company, Coastal Field Services, The Crawfish Hideaway, Four Corner Tires and Oil, Your Propane, Jerry's Oysters, Porter's Wild Game Processing and Alligator Farm, Title Services Incorporated, Swaukee Insurance Agency, and Wilcox Drugstore in Anahuac.
Welcome back to the Crawfish Hideaway halftime show from Hornet Stadium on the campus of Hardin High School, where at the half Hardin is leading Anahuac 27-13. And Trent, you know, we've seen some of the bright spots of what makes the offense so good, and we've seen some of the bright spots of what makes the defense so good, and then we've also seen the latter.
Yeah, there's definitely some things that they're going to have to adjust here coming out in the second half if they want to come back here on, the Hardin Hornets. I mean, defensively especially, they've got to figure out how to, defend that run while also, the pass is what has caught them on their heels more times than not. And we'll see if the Panther defense will put another, defensive back in there, maybe in the secondary or something like that. But they definitely have got to adjust defensively. Offensively, though, like you said, there's been times where they've gotten, seemed like they were getting in a rhythm, but then on the next possession, they'd stall out. So, the protection up front, Barrier, I think, has been sacked twice so far here in the football game. And we talked about it in the pregame show. You've got to give him those 5 seconds to try to just set his feet. And but credit to the Hardin Hornet defense. They've covered the ball really well in their secondary and making sure that these weapons of the Panther offense, as far as the wide receivers go, are well covered downfield.
Yeah, coming into tonight's ball game, 239 yards through the air as a team for the Hornets, and 251 through the air for the Hornets in the first half, 125 passing.
Yeah, that's that in itself, will change a football game into your favor, right? They've gotten the Anahuac defense just caught by surprise on those plays, but when you've got at least 2 or 3 receivers on those pass plays that are wide open, that's what's going to happen.
As for the Panther offense, we've seen them drive right down the field and put it in the end zone, and then struggle, on things that they haven't struggled with in the past. And we know Brady Barrier is, he likes to use his legs and his arm, but he's kind of handicapped right now by the fact that he really can't use his legs.
Yeah, you can tell. It's just a little bit slower to try and get out of that pocket and shuffle around. But ultimately, if you're the offensive coordinator for the Anahuac Panthers, you find out those things that that were working for you in the first half. There was a couple times Delo was able to get some good chunk yardage on some of those delayed handoffs. We saw one draw play from Oscar Garza that got some good chunk yardage, but so far I think Quandre Coates is leading the charge as far as receiving.
Yeah, first, looking at the stats as we have them for the Hardin Hornets, Trevor Jones, the leading rusher for the Hornets, as he's got 10 carries for 55 yards and a touchdown. Xander Woods has 5 carries for 51 yards and a touchdown. Javion Watley has 4 carries for 22 yards and a touchdown. And the quarterback, Whitehead, has 4 for 21. 3 of 4 through the air for Whitehead for 125 yards and a touchdown. 27-yard completion to Trevor Jones, and 2 receptions for 98 yards and a touchdown to Leighton Lawlin. 2 penalties for 6 yards, 3 of 6 on third down, and 12 first downs in the first half. 0 for 1 on fourth downs. Their only turnover of the ball game. As for the Panthers, leading rusher Thomas Delo with 33 yards rushing and a touchdown. Barrier's been sacked twice for a loss of 17, and Oscar Garza's got 2 carries for 23 through the air. 7 of 11 for Brady Barrier and a touchdown for 126 yards. Trotter, the leading receiver yardage-wise, 2 for 57 and a touchdown. Quandre Coates has 4 receptions for 33 yards, and Thomas Delo has 1 for 12. 1 of 4 on third down, 0 for 1 on fourth down. Their only turnover, and 10 first downs as we have it in the first half for the stats.
Yeah, personally, as far as the offense goes, I think that, they saw there was some screenplays that they did in the first half that kind of worked pretty well. I'll be, if I'm in that seat, I would try that a few more times possibly. Quandre Coates has been able to kind of manhandle his way through the middle and running some seams. But they're definitely going to have to switch things up on both sides of the football if they want to try and come back here with it being 27-13 and Hardin receiving the football in the second half.
Yeah, that's one of the most important parts, is coming out and shutting down the Hornets on their first possession of the second half. What's scores looking like from around the state?
Some games that have already gone final. Pasadena falls to Humble Kingwood Park 41-7. New Caney West Fork also loses to the Montgomery Bears 59-6. Montgomery actually looking pretty good this year and looks like they're going to try and make a run at the playoffs. Angleton gets over on Fort Bend Kempner 59-6 was the final over there. High Island falls to Burkeville 61-0. The Katy Tigers take care of business. They take care of the what is that? I never can. Payto. I always want to say Paytow for whatever reason. 37-3 was the final over there for the Katy High School. Now some games that are going on tonight. A game that is in our pick'em. Humble Kingwood tied up with Sheldon C.E. King 14-all. They're starting the third quarter. Goose Creek Memorial and Channelview in a close one, 14-13. Goose Creek Memorial is leading that one in the third quarter. Port Arthur Memorial ahead by 4, 20-16 over Lufkin. Another game that was in our
Lufkin's fighting back.
Yeah, another game that was in our pick'ems this week. Conroe taking care of Caney Creek 42-14. Conroe Oak Ridge is trailing Willis. Willis starting to really, really show how good they are here in the latter half of the regular season. 42-3. Willis leading it over there in the third quarter. The opposing district, Crockett is currently leading Huntington. Huntington winless on the season so far, 32-0 over there. Holde Zeta trailing Comasnil 32-6 in the third quarter. Corrigan Camden leads Normandy 33-14. And one of the big games from around the state tonight, North Shore is trailing Atascocita 23-20 at halftime. Deweyville leads West Hardin 32-6. New Caney Porter and Friendswood leading that one 35-0. Santa Fe leads Baytown Lee 14-9. Lovelady is all over Mount Enterprise 52-22 over there. Coming off of a major distraction week for the Westwood Panthers, 28-28 as they battle Teague. They're starting the third quarter over there. Palestine Westwood 7-0 currently on the season, probably going to be the first seed out of District 9 3A. So that will be one of the teams that the fourth seed out of our district will meet come playoff time. Evadale trails West Sabine 35-7 in the third. Another game of the week here in the state of Texas, and a game that we've really been looking forward to all year long. Columbus is edging Hitchcock right now at halftime, 14-13. Newton takes care of Trinity. They're in the fourth quarter over there, kind of in trash time, 64-0. The Eagles are leading it over there. Barbers Hill fighting Galveston Ball really well so far. They're in the third quarter now, 17-16. Barbers Hill leading it. Crosby is trailing LaPorte 24-0. Splendora losing to Dayton, currently 26-6 in the third quarter. Cleveland, they're also winless on the season. The Woodlands College Park is taking care of them 49-0 at halftime. Mid-County Madness, Nederland leads Port Neches Groves 24-14. They're already in the fourth quarter over there. Huntsville and Montgomery Lake Creek in a close one, 24-22. Huntsville leading it over there. The Woodville Eagles on top of New Waverly, 24-0. They're in the third quarter. Beaumont Westbrook is leading Beaumont United 20-0. Kuntz trailing Anderson Shiro 33-7 at halftime. Diboll leads Fairfield 20-7. They're in the third quarter. Jasper and Shepherd kind of in a close one here, 13-8 in the third quarter. Jasper leads that one. Liberty trailing Vider 28-3 at halftime. Another game that was in our pick'ems, and I'm surprised that this game isn't a little bit closer, but West Orange Stark really flexing their muscle now, making a push for that first seed in that district, and they might very well do it. It'll be interesting when they play Hampshire Finette. 28-0 currently over Silsbee in the third quarter. We see Cleveland, Tarkington is Hampshire Finette's just destroying them right now. Ain't even at halftime yet. 45-0 over there. Lumberton and Hardin Jefferson locked in a close one, 7-6. Lumberton leading that at halftime. Kirbyville trails East Chambers 28-7. They haven't gotten a halftime yet. Cold Spring all over Buna, 28-0. They're already in the fourth quarter over there. Another game in our pick'ems this week, Bridge City at Little Cypress Mauriceville, and a close one, 7-3. Bridge City undefeated so far. And that was a game that I said that, if Bridge City was able to pull off, that I would start getting on that Cardinal train.
Yeah. I mean, just going through the scores, like we said earlier, such a good week of high school football here in the state, and the scores are really matching up to the quality of the competition.
Yeah, Livingston really struggling this year. They trail Huffman Hargrave 42-0, and that wraps up all of the scores from our area. As we're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we'll be ready for the fourth and final quarter here from Hornet Stadium in Hardin, Texas. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. So, I mean, it's how confused I am about a football game. So
we'll be starting the second
half, not the fourth quarter, right? Yeah, I'll get some text on that one.
The second and final half.
Yeah, second and final half. And why am I getting ahead of myself there, do you think? Just wanting this football game to be over? No. Let's take a break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Anahuac Sports Live.
Want to know Anahuac's best kept secret? The Crawfish Hideaway is just that. From fresh Cajun boiled crawfish, shrimp, snow crab, and even homemade gumbo. While you're there, be sure to try their famous fried gator bites or boudin egg rolls. Starting in December, come get your bug on at 400 Miller Street in Anahuac, 409-267-6060, or you can find them online at crawfishhideaway.com. The Crawfish Hideaway, proud supporters of Anahuac ISD and Panther Athletics. Anahuac Sports Live is brought to you by ABC Nitrogen Services, Anahuac Florist, Anahuac National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, The Beginning Mexican Grill, Community Christian Fellowship Church, Chambers County Abstract Company, Coastal Field Services, The Crawfish Hideaway, Four Corner Tires and Oil, Your Propane, Jerry's Oysters, Porter's Wild Game Processing and Alligator Farm, Title Services Incorporated, Swankey Insurance Agency, and Wilcox Drugstore in Anahuac. Anahuac Sports Live is brought to you by ABC Nitrogen Services, Anahuac Florist, Anahuac National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, The Beginning Mexican Grill, Community Christian Fellowship Church, Chambers County Abstract Company, Coastal Field Services, The Crawfish Hideaway, Four Corner Tires and Oil, Your Propane, Jerry's Oysters, Porter's Wild Game Processing and Alligator Farm, Title Services Incorporated, Swankey Insurance Agency, and Wilcox Drugstore in Anahuac.
Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Tyler Hart, Shane Rakestraw back here from Hornet Stadium, where that will conclude the Crawfish Hideaway halftime show as we are set to begin the second half of action here.
Failed to mention our second quarter sponsor, Anahuac National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, 801 Ross Sterling, 409-267-3106. You can visit them at anbank.net. Thank you so much to Anahuac National Bank for sponsoring the second quarter. And as we get started, as the Anahuac Panthers take the field for the third quarter, not the fourth, as I jokingly said earlier. We'll just pretend it didn't happen.
Trent, second half adjustments for the Panthers.
Like I mentioned earlier, I mean, they're going to have to make some major adjustments on both sides of the football. The defense is going to have to figure out how to balance defending the Hardin run as well as their third-round pass attack. We'll see if they put some extra defensive backs in or somebody in the secondary to help cover that. Offensively, like I mentioned earlier, also stick to the things that were working for you. Those screen passes seemed like they were really getting some chunk yardage for you in the first half. Quandre Coates in the scene. I mean, that's another thing that seemed like it was working pretty well. The run game. It wasn't bad. I mean, Dillo had a little over 30 yards, but playing from behind like this, 27-13, I expect the pass to be a major factor for the Panthers.
All right, the Hornets are going to receive.
So the Hornets are going to get the ball first here to begin the second half.
And do the Panthers try the onside here?
A little taste of the Hornet medicine that they were trying to run on the Panthers as they went 3 straight kickoffs or 2 straight with the onside kick was penalized on both times. White has the ball teed up at the Panther 40. Want to wish good luck to the band as they are getting set to take off. The Pride of Anahuac competing in the area round of UIL.
Yeah, that's tomorrow at White House, and we'll be making that long trip. 4th year in a row for the Anahuac Panther band to as they kick it deep.
Plate gets into it at the 10, across the 20, 25, tripped up there. Nice open field tackle by Talon Cunningham.
Yeah, much better coverage tonight by the kickoff team for the Panthers. But as mentioned, the band will be traveling tomorrow. They're going to be leaving right now, actually, so that they get plenty of rest. They're going to be waking up super early in the morning. I think they play around 2 o'clock. I might go on Facebook Live. Haven't made up my mind yet. I don't have the actual mount that I need for it, but we'll see what happens.
So the Hornet offense comes out for their first possession here of the second half. Whitehead under center. Ball's on the ground, is going to get covered back up. Back at the line of scrimmage.
Recovered by number 14. It's going to be no gain. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Hornets.
Second down and 10.
I'm laughing because the announcer, he's one of those that likes to call every play.
Yeah.
Look at all the cheerleaders.
And the extra comments. Let me turn that mic down. That's I'm sure everybody's screaming about that.
Second down and 10. Pitch to the back in motion, fighting his way forward. Stays on his feet and is going to be at the marker. We'll see if they move the chains, and they do. Pick up a 10, first down.
It was a good second effort there to get that extra few yards. He was met at the line, however, unable to wrap him up and bring him down.
inside full of Limbaline ribs. If y'all have not gotten a little bit of that, you need to go visit it. Also, visit our PTO concession stand as well. They got good food and cold drinks.
Clock rolling here in the second half.
1st and 10 for the Hornets.
And if you're the Hornets, you're definitely going to try and milk that as much as possible here.
Sends it to the back in motion. Pushing his way forward, getting dragged down from behind, and still fighting his way forward,
Another
keeping
first
the
down.
legs churning. That's going to be a pickup of 12 and a first down. Back-to-back first downs for the Hornets. Get the ball almost into Panther territory. Hornets have been very good, just like Buna was last week, eating up precious time off the play clock and snapping it close to the end of the play clock. First down and 10 from the Hornet 49. Pitch, Jones is going to get met in the backfield. Netterville and a host of Panther defenders will shut him down. That's going to be a loss of 2. Nice job by the Panther defense there to swarm. Brings up second down and long.
Yeah, I read that well and shot the gap. Netterville got through there first, and going to have more of those to be successful. Clock continuing to run with now 9:15.
Second down and 12. Looking to throw downfield, and it's going to be covered. Great job there by Dowdy. And that's going to bring a third down and long.
Got to expect a pass again from the Hornets. Much better coverage there in the defensive backfield by the Panthers.
Clock stopped with 8:55 remaining in the third quarter. And third down and 12. From the Hornet 47. Man in motion, fakes the pitch. Looking
Wide open
downfield,
again.
just lofts it up for grabs. And it's going to be incomplete.
Whoa! And they're going to get him for targeting on that. He led with his shoulder, though. I don't know how. We'll go back to the replay, but that's what it's going to be. He hit him with his shoulder pads and did not lead with a helmet.
Nah, that's terrible.
That's not a good call whatsoever.
I'm hoping that they discuss this and pick that flag up because
they're talking long about it. I don't anticipate them picking it up, but I could be wrong. It was a big hit by Coates to knock that ball loose. It's a huge play, third and long here.
Targeting.
Yep, and that's what it's going to be. That was not a good call whatsoever. So first down for the Hornets. He's saying, I'm looking at the referee down here, and he's saying that he used his forearm, and now they're talking about
that's a huge penalty.
Yes, it is. And Coates coming off the field, wondering, did they eject him?
It's targeting ejectable in high school. He's out.
Did they take him out? Oh. So Quandre Coates will be coming out of the football game for the remainder. As Nce and the fans down here voicing their displeasure, not going to matter.
To me, that's just playing football. I mean, he didn't lead with his helmet. They were trying to say that his forearm came up. No, it wasn't at all.
Penalty gives the Hornets a first down as they swarm after a pickup of 1. 2nd down and 9.
And now emotions kind of getting high down here on the Anahuac side.
Yeah, for good reason. That's a huge call.
Yes, definitely for good reason. It was a terrible call. Bring up 2nd down and 7. 8:18 now remaining here in the third.
2nd down and 9 from the Panther 34. Jones has the pitch, left side, fighting his way forward, keeping the legs churning. And it's
ball gets loose.
Turnover, and the Panthers have it.
A huge defensive play there for the Anahuac Panthers, and that's exactly what they needed. Let's go back to the Jerry's Oysters replay.
Now Pham on the recovery.
On his return back is the man possessed as the ball stripped out at the last second there by Pham.
Just takes it away from him.
Takes it away, and now the Anahuac Panther offense comes back onto the field, and they have a chance at it.
Huge. Hopefully that can be the momentum swift that the Panthers need with 7:58 remaining in the third quarter. From their own 40. Barrier out of the gun. Handoff. Delo to the near side. Across the 40. He's going to get horse collared.
And
there's no penalty. This is unbelievable.
That was definitely, and that hurt him. As we go back to the replay there, as Delo's down, and I know it twisted him up. Yeah, that was an absolute horse collar if I've ever seen one. And they are not happy about it, and I don't blame them. So that's 2 calls now against, or that's went in the way of Hardin instead of the Panthers side, as Delo is up and gingerly making his way back to the sideline with some help.
That's terrible.
And it got to get him fired up here.
So second down and 6 after the pickup of 4. That's terrible. Hope Thomas is okay down there.
Definitely so.
2nd down and 6. The freshman Doity checks into the game. Handoff, right side, makes a man miss, and is going to get close to the marker.
I think they're going to get it. First down, Panthers.
We got one line judge marking it a first down and one marking it short. It's going to be 3rd down and inches.
That was then another horrible spot.
So pick up a 5 officially. 3rd down and inches. Kelly checked into the ball game here on offense. Has an extra blocker. Quick pass is going to be complete across midfield. That goes to Garza. First down. First down and 10 from the Hornet 47. Quick toss off the fingertips of Garza and intercepted.
Number 3.
I don't know how many times that's happened off the fingertips, not necessarily off of Garza, but just a would-be receiver for the Panthers and falling into the breadbasket of the defender. So it'll be Hardin football, 6:39 remaining in the third. as the Panthers looked like they were starting to get something going off of the strip from Hal Pham defensively earlier, and now the defense will be expected to step up here again.
First down and 10 from the Hornet 41, 6:39 remaining in the third quarter. Pitch, Jones is going to be taken down there right around the line of scrimmage. Might be a pickup of 1, second down and 9. That's 2 horse collars this year that have been missed that have injured Panther players.
Yes, it is.
Second down and 9. Pitch, right side, cuts it back to the inside, and offensive line fighting their way forward there. It's going to come a couple of yards short of the first down after the pickup of 7. We'll bring up third down and 2. Ball spotted at the 49 of the Hornets. Line to achieve is the 49 of the Panthers. Third down. Pitch. Right side, and it's going to get through a couple of defenders and is going to pick up the first down.
And a lot of the defenders, I mean, they were trying to make something happen, trying to strip the ball out. At this point, you just got to wrap up and bring him down.
6 carries, 31 yards for Watley. First down, Hornets.
5:01 to go in the third.
5 of 8 on third downs this evening for the Hornets. Ball spotted at the Panther 42, 4:45 and counting. Quarterback keeper is going to push the pile forward. Going to pick up pretty good yardage.
At least 5, maybe 6.
It's like 7.
Actually 7.
Yep. 7 for Whitehead, 6 carries, 28 yards, second down and 3.
Okay, we got about 10 jambalaya plates left. Make sure you grab one of those. It's got jambalaya and ribs in it. Also visit the PTO concession stand. Let's help those folks out.
4 minutes now.
Second down and 3 from the Panther 35. Going to throw it. Lofts it up. Looking for the defender. It's going to be...
And the flag comes out.
Wow.
Make it up. It's called against the defense. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down. There we go.
So that'll be a first down.
And his frustrations continue.
Ball spotted at the 20 of the Panthers. .347 with the clock rolling. 15 seconds on the play clock. You are correct. Awful. Pitch back. Doity there and helping out on the tackle as well. is Jason Nelson.
Looks like from up here, number 44 got to him first.
So no gain on that play.
Second down and 10. Inside trap play.
A lot of room to run.
Jones to the left, 10, 5, end zone, touchdown, Hornets. From 20 yards out.
Give it up for number 10, Trevor Jones, and that big offensive line giving him the hole to run through.
Avila on to tack on the point after here with 2:41 remaining in the third quarter.
Happy birthday, young lady. Number 6, Avila.
Snap back is down and it's blocked. In on the block, looked like it was Tristan Garza coming around the edge to get the block. But the damage has been done with 2:41 remaining in the third quarter. Hardin extends their lead 33-13 back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
From custom processing, professional guided hunts, high tanning, and gator merchandise, Porter's Processing and Alligator Farm offers a personal experience like no other. Locally owned and operated in Anahuac, Texas since 1987, Porter's has been Southeast Texas' choice for any hunting adventure need. Now offering full-service processing of gator, deer, beef, hogs, and other wild game, make Porter's Processing this hunting season's one-stop shop. Go to portersprocessing.com or call 409-267-8413.
Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Kyla Hart, and Shane Rakestraw, your primetime crew back here with 2:41 remaining in the third quarter. Let's see here. 3 minutes, 7 plays, 59 yards. Drive capped off with a 20-yard Trevor Jones rush around the left end on the trap play. Extra point was blocked, but your new score 33-13 Hardin on your Coastal Field Services pregame show. Avila has it teed up at the 40, gets into it, end over end kick, comes down to the 24, across the 30, cuts it back to midfield, has room, makes a man miss, 40 to the near sideline, and that's going to be great field position for the Panthers starting off at their own 46-yard line.
One of the best returns that we've seen from the Anahuac Panthers this year.
The freshman has really provided a spark, not only in returns, but also on the run game.
Definitely so. I mean, he's showing the speed and the elusiveness.
Big drive here for the Panthers as they need an answer back after Hardin took advantage of some calls that went their way and put it in the end zone. It is...
Let's go for it. Real defense now.
Who's in that quarterback? Is that Garza?
Yes,
Garza's
it is.
Taken around the right end, across midfield, and is going to be pushed out of bounds at the Hornet 45-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 9 or 8. Well, they didn't give him the 45. They gave him the 46.
Yeah. So 2nd and 3 now. 2:26. The clock has stopped.
Garza remains in at quarterback. And option play. Dowdy has it. 40 down the sideline he goes. 30 pushed out of bounds. But he's going to have enough for a first down.
Pushed out at the 35. And again, that speed showing by Dowdy.
So.
First down and 10 at the Hornet 35. Panthers have something going on the ground. Garza hands it off. Dowdy straight up the middle. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another. 30. Down to the 28. Going to be a pickup of 7. Second down and 3. Minute 40 and counting here, remaining in the third quarter. Out of the gun, looking left, breaks a tackle. Garza cuts it back, has room. Tries to shake a defender, 25, and is going to get pushed out of bounds. Actually, they're going to say he was inbounds. Down to the 26. He's going to be short by a yard.
Great man.
Third down and 1.
It's funny, I thought he had it, just judging by where it went down.
Did a lot of running to get 2 yards.
Yeah.
Under center, Garza. Pitch left, Dowdy has room, 25, 20. Looking for the sideline, has going to...
Look at my big. Timeout hard.
17-yard line. Timeout Hardin. We do have a flag. We've got a flag down.
They were calling for a late hit, and I couldn't see it from this angle.
Or no, we don't have. They must have picked up the flag. So timeout Hardin with 49 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Four carries, 32 yards now for Jaytwan Dowdy. Coming in relief for Thomas Dalo.
Still being worked on by the Anahuac Sports Medicine team. So grateful that we can have such a wonderful program like the sports medicine. Not a whole lot of schools are able to have that.
So first down and 10 coming up inside the red zone of the Hornets from the 19. Garza under center. Dowdy the lone setback. Fakes the pitch and is going to fall forward for about a yard. We'll bring up second down and 9.
Let's go ball. Go. Trips right. Set it already. Oh, trips right. Already.
Garza out of the gun. 3 wide. Handoff. Dowdy straight up the middle is going to slip and fall into the back of an offensive lineman. Looks like he's going to pick up a yard. That's going to bring up third down and 8. But not before the scoreboard hits zeros. And that will do it for the third quarter. So the fourth and final quarter of action is coming up. We invite you to stick around. Hardin leads it 33-13. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Coastal Field Services, Southeast Texas' go-to company for right-of-way mowing, land clearing, site preparation, industrial commercial herbicide application, and industrial commercial site ground maintenance. No matter what your property maintenance or clearing needs are, you can rely on the professionals at Coastal Field Services. For more information, call 832-900-9800, or you can visit them at coastalfieldservicesllc.com. Jerry's Oysters is a 3-generation family-owned and operated business located on Galveston Bay since 1970. Offering fresh, hand-shucked, and in-shell oysters year-round, Jerry's Oysters are available at your local H-E-B, or you can make a visit to their location in Smith Point, Texas. Locally sourced, high quality, wild caught, where our world is your oyster. For more information, call 409-355-2243 or go to jerry'soysters.com.
Fourth quarter of action upcoming here. Third down. Barrier will check back into the ball game. Trips to the right. Single receiver to the left. Anahuac now moving left to right.
So awesome.
Barrier changing the play call. Dowdy offset to the right. Snap back. Brady looks under pressure, rolling, and looking downfield has Garza. That's going to be pass interference. How is that not pass interference? That is one of the worst line judges I've seen this year.
Wow. Okay.
That's by definition face shielding. He never made a play on the ball.
Yeah.
Just want to shout out our third quarter sponsor, the Beginning Mexican Grill, 508 Ross Sterling, 409-267-6198. Thank you to the Mexican Grill, the Beginning Mexican Grill, for sponsoring the third quarter.
Panthers are going to have to take a timeout with the play clock running low. We'll keep it here. Fourth down coming up here for the Panthers.
Yeah, it's a kind of do or die at this point for the Panther offense, as it'll be a 4th and long play. They'll have to get to what looks like maybe the 9 or 8 yard line. Fourth quarter brought to you by Four Corner Tires and Oil, 812 Miller Street in Anahuac, 409-267-4444. And also ABC Nitrogen Service, 11515. Was looking up to see what the excitement was about.
Coach Nce got his money's worth.
So they're in Baytown, 281-385-2645. That's ABC Nitrogen Service. Got refs talking to the coaches on the sideline down here. The upset is head coach Greg Nce. Not going to get his way. 4th and long for the Panthers. 11:51 remaining in the ball game.
It's been atrocious. I don't know who the side judge is, but Barrier out of the gun. 4th down and 8. Trotter in motion. Looks right. Under pressure and is going to be hit from behind and dropped at the 25, and that's going to be a turnover on down for the Panthers.
And the woes continue for the Anahuac Panther offense as they'll turn it over on downs. 11:35 remaining in the ball game. 33-13 on your Coastal Field Services scoreboard. Giving him an earful, I'm sure.
At this point, I wish I could yell out the window.
Got to be careful here.
It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line for the Hornets.
1st down and 10 Hornets with 11:35 remaining in the ball game. Whitehead will come under center. Pitch back to the man in motion. Straight up Broadway is going to fight his way forward for a pickup of 1.
Tyler Kelly in on that stop for the Panther defense.
2nd down and 9 for the Hornets.
That's the name out here. Let's get the man dog in there.
Clock rolling under 11 minutes. Trap is not going to work that time, as getting pulled down after a pickup of 1 is Jones, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. Panthers need to stand here on 3rd down. Five of 8 on 3rd down for the Hornets.
Yeah, you need to clean them glasses, brother. I think the beard got in the way.
Trap play. Jones is going to be met, stood up by Tyler Kelly and dropped. And that's going to be a loss of 1. So 4th down, exactly what the doctor ordered for the Panther defense.
I'll bring up the first time tonight that the Hardin Hornets have had to punt it away.
3 and out. Cunningham going to set back deep for the punt return. Handling the punting.
All kinds of movement, no flags.
Landon Ponton is going to take a Panther bounce, well, and then it's going to roll sideways down at the 44. And that is where the Panthers will take over with 9:15 remaining in the ball game.
Goal.
Garza checks back in at quarterback.
Hornet Nation, when you
Make noise. Good things happen. Let's go. Let's get behind that defense.
3 wide. Darian Williams out there at receiver. Garza around left side trying to find somewhere to go. And it's going to be taken down at the 45. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Well, he's going to get a pickup of 1. We'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Ball spotted at the 45 of the Panthers.
Number 3, Garza. Still in the pistol.
Clock rolling under 8.5 remaining. And the Panthers are going to have to delay a game. Going to bring up 2nd down and 14 here. Clock stops at 8:24.
23-20 in the 4th quarter for North Shore. Atascocita at the bottom of your screen. Lufkin comes back, ties it up 23-all. Final, the Mid-County Madness, where Nederland gets the upset 24-21 over P&G.
Defending state champions that go down.
Yeah, that'll ranked number 1. That'll drop them down for sure.
Panthers are going to have to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 7:59 remaining in the ball game. Back after this.
Jerry's Oysters is a 3-generation family-owned and operated business located on Galveston Bay since 1970. Offering fresh, hand-shucked, and in-shell oysters year-round, Jerry's Oysters are available at your local H-E-B, or you can make a visit to their location in Smith Point, Texas. Locally sourced, high-quality, wild-caught, where our world is your oyster. For more information, call 409-355-2243 or go to jerrysoysters.com. Gore Propane, family owned and operated by Jimmy and Renee Gore, has been servicing chambers in surrounding counties since 1998. Gore Propane is the go-to company for all your propane needs, offering competitive pricing on tank sales, lease, residential, and commercial propane.
2nd down and 14 here. Back to action. Pitch left. Dowdy trying to find somewhere to go, is going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up third down.
Goal. So goal orange.
7.5 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Garza out of the gun, trips to the far side. Pitches. Dowdy trying to get to the edge, 45, and is going to get pushed out of bounds at midfield.
Oh, no. Runs into Dello, who was sitting on the medical table. Ouch.
Good pickup there. Pickup of 11 brings up fourth down and 3.
Dello seems to be okay as he climbs back onto the table.
0 for 2 on third down this evening. Pitch and going to be met, and it's going to depend on the spot.
Not going to get it. He's going to be a yard guy.
And that's going to be a turnover on downs. Hornets will take over with 7:08 remaining in the ball game.
We worked it all week.
From the Hardin 47.
So that will probably do it. Unfortunately for the Panthers, they will go to 6-3, 3-2 in district, which makes the game against Cold Spring Oakhurst after the bye week even that more important.
First down and 10 for the Hornets. Pitch cuts it back inside, and he's going to lose a yard. Watley, 7 carries, 30 yards. Second down and 11. Bye week's going to come in handy for some of the injuries here on the Panthers. Late substitution coming on for Hornets as they hustle to the line. 1 second. Pitch right. Watley trying to find somewhere to go. Gets across midfield, pushing his way forward. And it's going to bring up third down after the pickup of 7. Third down and 4. All spotted at the Panther 47. 5:45 and counting in the ball game. Flag on the play. We got to see if the defense was drawn off or if the hard count worked. False start is on the Hornets. Third penalty of the ball game against the Hornets for 11 yards.
And that's kind of a key statistic there. The Hardin Hornets have been very disciplined tonight and not had near as many penalties.
I can think of 2 more they should have.
I can agree with that statement.
Third down and 9. From the 48. Trap play is going to be snuffed out and dropped at the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up fourth down.
It's going to bring up
Approaching 5 minutes left in the ball game as the Hardin Hornets will bring on the punt team.
They still have the offense out on the field.
I've noticed that. I was just like, what's
Unless they're just going to try to drain the play clock down to 1 before they call a timeout.
Looks like that's what the what they're going to do.
Friends from Anahuac for making the trip out here. We appreciate you guys. You guys are our neighbors to the south. We wish you a safe trip home.
And that's what it is. Timeout Hardin. 4:38 remaining. Back after this.
Gore Propane, family owned and operated by Jimmy and Renee Gore, has been servicing chambers in surrounding counties since 1998. Gore Propane is the go-to company for all your propane needs, offering competitive pricing on tank sales, lease, residential, and commercial propane sales and bottling. They also offer automatic route and will call propane delivery for your convenience. Senior and veterans discounts available. Call Gore Propane today at 409-389-2245. Mouth-watering burgers, fresh local seafood, and so much more. Make Channel Marker 17 the destination to satisfy any appetite. At the mouth of Double Bayou on beautiful Trinity Bay, take in the great views dining outside by the water while enjoying a great meal with the family. Takeout and dine-in is available. Call 409-252-4370 and find out why Channel Marker 17 is the treasure of Oak Island.
Punting unit does come on for the Hornets with 4:38 remaining in the ballgame. Punt and handling the punting duties as Jason Nelson awaits the punt.
Oh, takes a huge Hardin bounce.
Inside the 10, and it's going to come to rest at the 8. Hardin ate up 5 minutes on that last drive. With the football team on the bye week next week, it's going to be a huge week for the volleyball team, as you had mentioned earlier.
Absolutely, and we'll, no matter what happens, the Anahuac Lady Panthers will be going in as the number 1 seed as the big school. Rule change in the UIL this year for volleyball, basketball, softball, baseball, all of the other sports, where big schools, small schools will be separated when it comes to the playoffs. So the Lady Panthers will be going in as the 1 seed.
Garza pitches it right side. Dowdy makes a move across the 10, falls forward. Picks up good yardage. Will be second down.
Excuse me. But Anahuac Sports Live will be covering that by-district round playoff game for the Lady Panthers as Hitchcock might get the upset here.
Wow.
My pick'ems have been completely blown up this week, I think.
Just as good as mine, huh? Garza out of the gun, hands it off straight up. Dowdy makes a move and is going to be taken down around the first down marker. We'll see where they mark it. Got it at the 20. That'll be a first down.
Ray Sandry. First down, Ray Pan. The field over, the game ain't over.
First down and 10, Panthers at the 20.
Lufkin, final 30-23.
That's more of what I was expecting. Garza fakes the pitch. He's going to take it up the seam, and he's going to pick up 13, 14 to move the chains.
Columbus ties it 30-30. Man, what a shootout there.
All it was billed to be.
And definitely for the district championship down there for that. And a game that we've, along with North Shore Atascocita, that we've just been waiting on all season long.
Handoff. And it's going to be met in the backfield. Second down.
Hardin fans, let's give it up for our Stinger Reds.
Reds that have been here all night. We're going to hard work. We appreciate their results.
Garza looking left side and is going to be taken down there at the 36. I'll bring it third down and long.
Hey, call it out. Call it.
Third down and 8 for the Panthers. I don't want Hornet Nation to go to sleep on me. This game's a long way from being over.
This announcer.
Under 2 minutes remaining in the ball game. Garza will come under center. Lone setback. Dowdy
loses the football.
Puts the ball on the turf, is able to jump back on it. It's going to lose a yard. And that's going to bring up fourth down and 10. Pitch right. Dowdy cuts it back and is going to get dropped there, and that will be a turnover and downs with 57 seconds remaining in the ball game, and that will do it. Panthers are going to move to 6-3 on the season, 3-2 in district play. The Hornets are going to pick up their second district win, move to 2-2, and their game next week becomes that much more important as Hardin now one game away from getting into the playoffs.
That they are. I mean, like I was saying, how crazy our district has been flipped upside down from what the projections were supposed to be coming into this district. And Orangefield, a big game against East Chambers next week.
Hornets take a knee, and one more will do it. As we talked about earlier, bye week coming at a good time for the Panthers. We'll give some time to some of their kids to rest up before the final game of the season. Second knee will call it for the evening as the time will tick away with 20 seconds remaining.
Can't say that the refs lost you that football game, but
touchdown North Shore as Caleb Bailey connects on a 5-yard score. The North Shore takes the lead 27-23 with 6 seconds remaining at